Afternoon, students. Yesterday we have studied the addition and multiplication subtraction of integers. Now today we will study about multiplication of integers. The first thing that you need to note is that the product of one positive and one negative integer is always a negative, that is plus into minus is minus. Now come to next, that is multiplication of two positive as well as multiplication of two negative integers will always get a positive sign. Now next thing that you need to note that is, if we multiply negative integer odd number of times, then the product will always be negative. And if you multiply the negative integers even number of times, you will always get a positive integer. Now I have given the question for your practice, that is you need to find if 99 negative integers are there and 100 positive integers are there, what will be the sign of your answer. And similarly, if 70 negative integers and 71 positive integers are there, what will be the sign. You need not multiply, you have to only identify if one is odd and one is even, what will be the product. Now come to next, that is properties of multiplication of integers. That is, the first property is closure property. That is, if a and b are two integers, then their product will also be an integer. We can see from this example that the integer satisfies closure property under multiplication. Now come to next property, that is commutative. That is, a into b must be equal to b into a. Okay, we can see from this example, whenever you multiply independent of the order of any integer, the answer will always be same. So this multiplication satisfies commutative property. Now come to next, that is multiplication by 0. What we see here, that if we multiply any integer with 0, the answer is always 0. You have already studied all these things in your earlier classes. Now come to multiplicative identity. It states that if we multiply any integer with 1, we will get the integer itself. That is, the identity of that particular integer never changes. So we say that 1 is the multiplicative identity. Now come to the next property, that is associative property. It states that if 3 integers are there, you have to see the order of the bracket. That is, you will multiply a into b, first simplify the terms in the bracket and then multiply it with the third term. And similarly in the RHS, what you need to do is first you multiply b into c and then multiply it by a. What we see here is that in both the cases the answer is same. So we say that the multiplication of integer satisfies associative property. Now come to next, that is distributive property. What you need to remember in this case is there are two mathematical operations, that is multiplication and addition. That is, a into b plus c is always equal to a into b plus a into c. That you have split a among b and c equally. So this is your associative property. I have done one of the example for this. Similarly, we can see the distributive property is also satisfied in the case of subtraction. I have done one of the example for you. Here what we have done is we have split 31. Why? Because it is nearer to the tens place. So we can easily write minus 31 as minus 30 minus 1. So further you can see, if some doubt is there, you may ask. Now these are some of the questions that you need to solve it. Now here what you need to do is you split minus 49. Minus 49 will be equal to, we can write it as minus 50 plus 1. You split minus 49 like this and later on apply the distributive property. Now I have solved, because there was many students had the query how to solve these questions of exercise 1.3. So I have solved it. You need not have to do anything new. What you need to do is simply multiply. Wherever the property is required, you will apply the property, as I have done in this case. Here you will pair up 11 and 10 and then multiply, and again minus into minus, you will get a positive answer. Now in question number H, I and J, what you will do, I have underlined the terms. That is, underline means you have to pair up these terms. That is minus 5, minus 4, and then first you have to multiply the paired terms and then further simplify it. Now come to next. In question number 2, it has been given that you need to verify a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. So what you will do, first you will simplify LHS, then RHS, and then if both are equal, then your this given property is satisfied. Now come to question number 3. In question number 3, for any integer a, what you need to do, minus 1 into a is always minus a. So you have to apply this property in all the rest of the parts of this question. So you have to identify the integer by which you multiply minus 1 so that your answer is minus 22. Of course, one should be negative, one should be positive, then only you will get negative. Minus into plus is minus. Similarly, in second part, minus into minus is plus, and so on. Now come to next. In question number 4, you have to start from the integer minus 5, and then you need to reach up to 1. So I have done it. If some doubt is there, you may ask. Similarly, in question number 5, most of the questions you need to apply the distributive property. Then next is pairing is done and distributive property, and the term is split because it is nearer to 100. We split 100 to, that is 100 plus 2, and so on. For question number 6, I have given a hint, that is for 1 hour the temperature is lowered by 2 degrees Celsius. So what you will do, you will write minus 2 wherever you need to solve the question. Now come to next question, question number 7. It's an important question, so listen to it very carefully. It is given in the question that there are total 10 questions and marks awarded for correct is 5, and for incorrect it is minus 2, and for not attempting the question it is 0. So Mohan's score, you need to find the correct answers are given, the wrong answers are given. You need to find the score of Mohan. So what you have to do is, there are 4 correct answers, 6 incorrect answers. Substitute the values, you will multiply these and you will simplify, and that we see that Mohan gets 8 marks. Now question number 8. Most of the students have doubt in this question. That is, a company gains a profit of rupees 8 on each white bag and a loss of rupees 5 on each gray bag. Now what we need to find is whether if the company sold 3000 white bags, 5000 gray bags, then whether the company will have a profit or loss. You need to find out this. So what you will do, first find the profit on white bag by multiplying it by 8, because the cost of one white bag is 8. Similarly, find the loss on the gray cement, multiply it by 5. Then what we see here is the loss is greater than profit. So here we see that the company had a overall loss of 1000 rupees. Because the negative sign is there, that means the loss is there. Now come to next. We need to find the number of white cement bags. So in this question, what we have done, number of gray bags sold, it's 6400. Now loss on the gray bags will be, because 5 is the loss of one bag, so once you multiply it, you will get the overall loss on the gray bag. Then profit on white bag, it is given in the question, it is rupees 8. So number of white cement bags will be 4000 multiplied by 3200, then 32,000 divided by 8. Once you will simplify it, what you will get total 4000 bags were there of white cement. Now come to next. In this you have to simply fill in the gap, that you can easily solve it. Now come to the next topic, that is division of integers. It will follow the same sign rule as we have seen in the case of multiplication, that is minus divided by minus is plus, plus divided by minus, minus, plus divided by minus is minus, then plus divided by plus is again plus. Now come to the properties. Division is one of the property of integers in which most of the properties are not satisfied. First one is closure property. That is, closure property means all the integers divided by any other integer is always an integer. Then come to commutative, associative. These properties are not satisfied by division. Now any integer divided by 1 always gives the same integer, as we have seen in the case of multiplication. Now come to the exercise 1.4. What we see here, exercise 1.4, a b c d, we have to see do the simple division, so you can do it yourself. Now come to the next part. I have solved this question only to show you this, that whatever is in the bracket you have to simplify that first and then you will divide. And always remember that if you are dividing 13 by minus 1, the answer you will always write minus sign in the numerator. Now come to next. Again in H part you need to simplify whatever is in the bracket and then divide it. Then in question number I part you have to simplify these terms in the bracket and then divide it. Now come to question number 2. In question number 2 it is given that we have to verify a divided by b plus a divided by c. So we need to verify LHS and RHS. If both are not equal, that means it is not satisfied because it's already given in your question. Now come to question number 3. It's fill in the blanks. You can solve it yourself. Now in question number 4 you have to find 5 such pairs in which the answer is minus 3. I have solved it so that there is no doubt whether the negative sign is in the numerator or the denominator. In the answer you will always write it in the numerator. Come to question number 5. These are the important questions. That is, temperature at 12 noon is plus 10 degrees Celsius and in 1 hour it decreases by 2 degrees Celsius. So we need to find when will be the temperature minus 8 degrees Celsius. So you will go step by step, and what we see that at 9 p.m. the temperature is minus 8 degrees Celsius. Now the second part of this question is we need to find what will be the temperature at 12 midnight. We will continue in the same process and we see that at 12 midnight the temperature will be minus 14 degrees Celsius. Now come to question number 6. As we have done in the previous exercise, that is for correct answer plus 3, for incorrect minus 2, and not attempted it is 0. So we have to find number of questions she attempted incorrect. That is, first find the overall score of incorrect answers. That is 16. 36 minus 20 is 16. Now for one incorrect answer we are getting 2 marks. So the number of incorrect questions will be 8. Now come to next. That is, the second part is also solved in the same manner. Now question number 7. Most of the students have doubt in this because the rate at which the elevator is descending, it is given, that is 6 meter per minute. So this is the speed actually of the elevator. Then we need to find the total height, total distance traveled to be traveled by the elevator. Initially the elevator is at 10 meter above the ground level, and then it is at we need to find the time at which the elevator will reach 3550 meter below the ground level. Since it is below, so we will take the negative sign. Now what we need to do is total distance to be descended by the elevator. It is, because the elevator started from 10 and it has to reach up to 350, so the total distance the elevator has to travel is 360 meter and the speed is 6 meter per minute. Therefore the time taken by elevator is 360 divided by 6, that is 60 minutes, and we will convert it into hour, and hence it is 1 hour. Thank you students.